We just returned from a very special convention, and you defined it as the first Kabbalah convention.
Well, yes, because especially in this convention we talked about how our whole process in general of creation appears in the connection, in the group. It's still hard for us to give a general compact depiction of what is happening there. Because if we're talking about the fact that we see the world according to our mind, according to our reshimo, according to our observation, in short, according to our attributes, our qualities, according to my qualities, I see that there is a world where now you're standing up and talk, and then him, and someone is screaming at me, and someone loves me, and someone's like this and like that. And in general, all the still vegetative and animal in the world are my inner qualities, which I see as they have seemingly emerged out of me and showing me the picture of the world. So on one hand, we understand this. On the other hand, in order for me to reach my end of correction, then there isn't in this world nothing, not me, not you, not him, no one. You all are my qualities that I need to join to me and correct them until I reach a closed system, which is all as one. In order to implement this, I was given an opportunity to implement this in the group. As instead of the whole world, I take from all that appears before me, and I'm told, leave the still vegetative animate and those 7 billion that are out there. That's impossible. Take the 10. Start doing in it all that you understand and study, all the rules of the spiritual world, as much as you will be able to penetrate with your desires into them, these laws, these spiritual laws. By that you're correcting yourself, and they, each of them, as much as you work on them, thus they will give you back in return. That's it. You can't sit and wait till they will be better. Their response is obligated. It's a must. There's nothing on that. You operate in this whole 10, and you, when you bestow upon them, they come to you. They don't respond good to you, then you don't understand. Good or bad is responding. They're responding right or wrong. You must work on them. That's it. Until you bring them at least to a state in which you seemingly as a group are organized together to one connection. And then in this connection, the upper light is revealed, the upper force, the creator. It's the same thing. So the force of connection depends on the intensity in which you connect yourself to them, seemingly because it's still just you. And then, as much as you nullify before them or connected to them, the more you go through Ibur, Leda, Yenika, Mochin, all those stages. All those stages are more and more annulment of yours towards this 10 or towards the whole world, which is all altogether one big show that you need to annul your will to receive towards and incorporate with them in heart and soul. So that's what more or less we talked about around. We started about it. We need to stabilize this picture more and realize it. But when we talked about implementing in the form of Achishena and Well, many topics that were in the convention. That's why it was a little more closed this time as far as the approach for implementation to the group, and therefore it was as the first Kabbalah of convention of its type, because it truly talked about how a person implements himself inside the 10, inside his 10, which is an imaginary 10 in an imaginary world, and altogether it talks about a way in which we will annul oneself towards a certain device, a device called a 10 or reality or humanity. And then in this annulment, he will reveal there, in accordance with his annulment, he'll discover his connection, the extent of his connection with the Creator, because the annulment of his ego and work above his ego as he connects with them and bestowal towards them, then he can already be similar to the Creator. That's the measure in which he demonstrates how much he connects to the Creator. That's our work altogether.